Yo people, welcome back to the channel. It's Time London. You already know who it is. Welcome back. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Like the videos, drop that thumb up, share the vids with your friends and family. I'm back with another one, back on the stool, back in my bedroom, and you know what time it is. Whenever I'm here sitting down talking to you guys, you know it's another important one. So this time around, I had to make this video, man. It's important to me because I feel like my job is to serve you guys and give you guys important information about places that I go to and things that you guys should look out for and things that are going to help you out. So bringing you information is one of my most important things that I always want to do when I make my videos. So that's what I'm about to do in this video as well. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while, but you know, I've just been busy with other videos and stuff. So I wanted to do this right now before I forget. And this is very important. Make sure you guys share this video. Watch it till the end. Share this video with people because wherever you live, first of all, I'm in Kampala, as you all should know. If you've been watching the videos, I'm still here in Uganda, Kampala. So this video is going to be useful for people here in Kampala and those willing or looking forward to coming in Kampala in the near future or in the future. So you're probably wondering, okay, what is it talking about? Now, this video, I want to talk to you guys about some scams that are going on in Kampala with Uber drivers. Yes, Uber drivers. Recently on the channel, I did a video talking about Ubers here in Kampala, which is part of transport, means of transport here in Kampala. And I spoke a bit about Ubers and I gave some information about Ubers, but there is something that's been going on for a while. I've experienced it. Some of my friends have experienced it and they've told me about it. So I thought it's very important for me to make a video about it and warn you guys that, you know, some scams that have been happening are still happening around Kampala here in Uganda, and I hope you guys do not fall victim. That's why I want to make these videos and warn you guys of these scams. Now, you're probably wondering, what is he talking about? What kind of scams is he talking about? Now, as I spoke to you guys in my previous video about the Ubers here in Kampala, Ubers in Kampala are different. They operate a different system to Ubers in different countries. For example, like I always say, my name is Time London. I'm from London. So Ubers in London, we use, obviously we use the app, same as they do here. But in London, when you do call for an Uber, you basically make payment using a card. Your card, they take payment off your card, off your account and stuff like that. So you don't pay for Ubers in London in cash. So when you do request for an Uber in London, it goes on the app. Once your trip is completed, they charge you on your card, your bank card that you've registered on your Uber account, right? So now, here in Uganda, like I said in my previous video about Ubers, they give you an option. Yes, you can use your card here in Uganda when you request for Ubers, but they do give you another option to change to cash. So if you do use that option, when a driver comes and picks you up to take you on a trip that you requested, when the trip is completed, they, you know, demand payment in cash if that's the option that you chose on your app, which I spoke a little bit about on my previous video about Ubers. So now, this is a good system. Like I said, I mean, if you're in Kampala and you prefer to use cash, it's, you know, it's an advantage if you prefer to pay in cash, which I do personally when I'm in Kampala. But also, it could be, so it's an advantage, but it also could be a disadvantage because in here, in Uganda now, what some of these drivers do, they're using that, you know, system, the cash system, they're using it to scam people. Yes, people, they're using it to, you know, to run a few scams. Now, the scam goes as follows. This is what happens. When you order an Uber and the Uber driver comes and picks you up, they'll come and pick you up and take you to wherever you're going. So if you don't know, if you don't really follow up with when they start the trip to whenever you complete your journey and they drop you off, if you don't follow it up to when the app started, the driver's app started the trip to whenever he ends the trip, when they're dropping you off, they overcharge you. So this is the scam they run, right? Some of them, not all of them, some of them. Let me be clear. Not all of these Uber drivers are scammers. Some are scamming, but others are not. So let's not get that twisted whatsoever. So these scammers, some of these scammers, this is what they do. They'll come and pick you up, and what they'll do, they might, at first, some of them use different tactics. So they'll come and pick you up and say to you, hey, my friend, look, my battery is dead. I was about to start the trip, before you go inside the car, my battery is dead. So we're gonna go by the estimation that they gave you when you requested for the Uber. Some of them will scam you like that. So you might be thinking, okay, that's cool. We'll go by the estimation. So that might mean if he takes you to a destination where you could be paying, for example, 10K or 20K, he might end up saying the estimation on my side said 30K. So they might scam you that way. And another trick they use is they'll come and pick you up, right? His phone will be completely on, his battery's on, he will start the trip, and then midway through the trip, before you get to your destination, he will switch his phone off without you noticing, and then he will tell you, oh, my friend, my battery died, so when we get to the destination, we'll just estimate, or we'll just work it out. And then when you get to the end of your destination, keep in mind you're already in the middle of your trip. So by the time he completes the trip, or by the time you complete your trip, he might overcharge you. So that's another trick they use. But the best and the worst trick that you have to look out for, these scammers they think they're very smart. I mean, they've done it to me and my friends a few times here in Kampala, especially at nights when we're going out, to go party, and we use Ubers. So this is what they do. This is what you guys must really, really look out for, and warn your people that want to use Ubers here in Kampala. This is what they do. The worst scam ever. This is what they do, right? So you request for an Uber, your driver will come and pick you up, right? And you get in the car, he'll start the trip, he'll tell you the trip has started, and on your phone as well, on your app as well, you will see that you're on your way, the trip has started, right? You're on your way, you get to your destination, and he will end the trip. He will tell you that he's ended the trip, right? So then what he will do, he will show you the fee for you to pay for your trip, which is nowhere close to what you're supposed to pay. Now, the scam they use is this. These guys, what they do, they take screenshots of certain trips, right? So for example, your driver might take you somewhere far, for example, right? Say for example, if you use an Uber from Kampala to the airport in Entebbe, right? That might cost you maybe 100K, right? Ugandan shillings, right? So now, this guy might take you to the airport and you pay 100K. So what he will do, he will take a screenshot of that trip when he ends it. And then when he goes to pick up another customer, he'll use that screenshot at the end of that trip and tells that customer, this is your fee at the end of the trip. So these are the scams that do use. For example, you might be traveling from, from Ntinda to Kampala, or from Kampala to Ntinda, right? Most people in Kampala who use Ubers, that might cost you maybe 15K here, local shillings here in Kampala, or 20K, right? These Uber drivers, because they've been taking screenshots of the previous trips from different customers, he'll tell you he's ended your trip, and then he'll show you a screenshot from a previous trip that he's taken, and he'll show it to you. That might be up to like 30K or something. So that's what they're doing. They're scamming people like that. They're using screenshots that they take from previous trips to con people on certain trips. So they'll pick you up, complete the trip, they'll take you to wherever you're going, to your destination or whatever, and then they'll hit you with a screenshot that they've taken from a previous trip. So these are the scams that they're running here in Kampala, and you guys have to be aware of them. Be careful. Don't become a victim. This is what they're doing in Kampala. Some of them, again, I'm going to be clear, not all of them, but some Uber drivers are doing these scams. So my job is to make these videos to warn you guys, to make sure you don't fall victim. Tell your friends and family, warn people. Just make sure that when you do request for an Uber, make sure that you know when the Uber driver starts the trip, and you make sure you know exactly when he ends the trip. You wait for your email that they send you, that Uber sends you to confirm the payment that you should be paying for the drive to the driver. So do not fall victim. Make sure you're taking care and paying attention, because sometimes you might be in a rush and you just want to jump out the car, go do whatever you want to go, you're supposed to be doing or whatever, and you might be scammed. And these scams have been going on. We've been victims, me and my friends, and now we really take care when we're using Ubers, and we make sure we don't fall victim. So that's why I wanted to make this video. Share the vid, tell your friends and family to watch out. Some Uber drivers are running scams here in Kampala, and you guys should be very careful. That's why I wanted to make this video. Time London. Peace. Take care.